Now in Good Morning Northwest, the murders of 4 University of Idaho students have been surrounded by fear, rumors, and confusion. This morning, we finally hear from law enforcement and a coroner.
And it's another cold start this morning. We've got a chance for some snow flurries tonight. I'll show you where has the best chance in your first alert forecast.
And a new roadblock in the immigration crisis, how a federal judge's decision on Title 42 will make it harder to stop people trying to legally come into the United States. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for being with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Wednesday, November the 16th. Matt Gray in for Mark Peterson with that first alert forecast. And again, we're starting out, upper teens, lower 20s this morning.
Yep, teens and 20s once again. And because we have another system coming in that's going to reinforce that cold air, that is not something that's going to change anytime soon. You can see lots of moisture already pushing down into eastern Montana. And some of this is going to make its way into our region tonight, but really it's about the chilly air that's behind it more than any potential for snow. So we're going to continue to see these cold conditions, and at least for now, more cloudy and foggy conditions. Look at all the fog and low clouds starting to develop again around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene metro. Slowly but surely, if you don't see fog in your neighborhood, you will eventually. In fact, the oncoming cloud cover has actually been rising our temperatures over the past couple of hours around Spokane on the West Plains. We were in the teens. Now we're up into the low 20s in Spokane as those clouds begin to fill up the skies. Still, it's pretty cold out there. Definitely want to have that extra layer, just as we've had for the past few mornings. If you're just getting up with us, here is what you can expect. Once again, temperatures in the teens or low 20s, and we'll continue that pattern all the way up through about 10 a.m. before we start to get above, say, 24, 25 degrees. If you don't see fog, you'll see some pretty overcast skies, and that goes for the entirety of the day. Not expecting as much sunshine as we saw yesterday. And then we have those flurry potentials for later tonight. I'll show you how that plays out, plus the cold weather coming for the end of the week.
And developing from the Breaking Now desk, we are continuing to follow any updates about the deaths of 4 University of Idaho students. The students' autopsies will happen today in Spokane County. The Latah County coroner says it was one of the most tragic scenes she's seen in 16 years.
There's quite a bit of blood in the apartment, and it's a pretty traumatic scene to find 4 dead college students in a residence. Could be some evidence of the suspect that we get during the autopsies, which would be helpful.
The Salt Lake City FBI is now coming in to help Moscow police with this quadruple homicide investigation. The latest update from the Moscow Police Department came in just yesterday. Police are still looking for the killer and the murder weapon, which the Latah County coroner says is most likely a knife. In their latest statement, the Moscow police says, quote, "At this time, we have shared every piece of information that we can without compromising the ongoing investigation." While the Moscow Police Department wouldn't grant us an on-camera interview, Captain Anthony Dollinger did agree to let us record a phone call with him. Listen to this.
I'm only authorized to speak to the information that we've been able to push out thus far in the press release. This is a dynamic situation. Things are changing constantly, and we're trying to get as much information as possible. And when we have the ability to push out information to the public, we're trying to do that in a timely fashion.
Now, he couldn't answer a majority of our questions, but reiterated that there is no threat to the community. The family of the victims disagree, saying no one is in custody, and that means no one is safe. Coming up in 30 minutes, we'll hear from a few of those grieving family members. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Ethan Chapin was one of the 4 students killed in that Moscow home Sunday. He was a triplet. His parents say his 2 siblings were the ones who called them with the tragic news. Ethan's parents say he had stayed the night at his girlfriend's house, who was one of 5 girls who lived in that home. She was also one of the victims.
We're just trying to process it. It's not a call that you think that you're going to have to speak with the funeral home directors and the FBI and have it hit national news. We have these other 2 kids that are very impacted by this, and they need to be lifted up and cared for.
You can follow along as we continue to learn more about the circumstances surrounding this tragedy by going to KXLY.com.
New on Good Morning Northwest, a federal judge has blocked Title 42. That's the controversial rule that has allowed U.S. authorities to expel more than 1 million migrants who crossed the U.S.-Mexico border. This leaves the Biden administration without one of the key tools it put in place to address the thousands of migrants arriving at the border on a daily basis and could restore access to asylum for arriving migrants. While the rule was drafted by the Trump administration during the COVID-19 pandemic, the Biden administration has relied heavily on it to manage the increase of migrants at the border. The administration has requested a stay on this ruling for 5 weeks, according to a court filing.
In News for Your Health this morning, a new study by the University of Ottawa in Ontario found that smoking marijuana, if you are already a tobacco smoker, may increase damage to the respiratory system. The study's author, an assistant professor in the Department of Radiology, notes there is a public perception that marijuana is safer than tobacco, but that this study raises concerns that might not be true. The study published in the journal Radiology was small and the findings preliminary, but 75% of the people who smoked both had emphysema compared to just 67% of tobacco-only smokers. Just 5% of non-smokers had the disease. Also of concern, the average age of the marijuana smokers was younger, some much younger than 50.
Also new on Good Morning Northwest, drivers using I-90 near the state line should expect delays today. Crews from the Idaho Transportation Department will close the right lane of eastbound I-90 just west of Spokane Bridge Road to make repairs. Once work is done on the right lane, crews will then move over to the left lane. The Spokane Bridge Road on-ramp to eastbound I-90 will also be closed during the project. The work is scheduled to begin around 7:30 this morning, so in about an hour and a half, and it should last until 4:30. All right, Good Morning Northwest time, just about 6:07 now.
And it's cold, shockingly enough, right?
Oh my goodness.
So surprised
I
that we're
can't
talking about
believe
this.
it. I can't believe it's cold. Doesn't look like the cold is going anywhere until maybe we get into the weekend. We'll start to see something that appears to be a little bit warmer, especially in the mornings. In fact, it's probably going to feel even colder tomorrow morning and the morning after. We'll go through that coming up.
Also coming up, former President Trump's third run for the White House is now official, but it isn't without obstacles and backlash from his own party.
Cranking up the heat to stay warm this winter is costing more than ever, and a local agency that helps with energy bills is swamped. What you need to know if you need help and how long it might take to get it coming up.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Have you had your furnace checked out this year? Now's the time to get our best deal. We have certified technicians available this week to get a safety tune-up for only $99.
324-7884 Spokane Comfort Systems.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, you'll find solutions from cozy to spacious. It's the Black Friday sale. For a limited time, you can save 30% on everything in the store. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
What is a jewelry design center? It's a diamond superstore, a center for engagement rings, wedding bands, and anniversary rings, a showroom with unique creations as well as award-winning designers, a fun, comfortable, no-pressure place where you're free to make big, small, or even no decisions at all. We are not your average jewelry store. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
This is it, the moment you've been waiting for. Game day. No, game days. More than you can count. And at Turf Club Sportsbook, we've got all the action with real sports betting, wall-to-wall HD TVs, and luxury seating. Just off the casino floor at Northern Quest, so you can bet, watch, and win on every game day. Turf Club Sportsbook, the ultimate game changer, only at Northern Quest.
Spokane Valley Partners works to end hunger and poverty in our community and provide a safety net to those in need.
Help us restore hope and put the holidays back on the table for struggling families. Visit SpokaneValleyPartners.org to give or get help today.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to build communities with organizations like Spokane Valley Partners as they feed thousands of families and children.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
Get all your shopping done in one stop at the Christmas Market. The Christmas Market features many local businesses all under one roof for a 2-day Christmas shopping experience. The Christmas Market at the Priest River Event Center this Friday and Saturday.
Are you afraid your furnace won't last much longer? Does it make weird noises? Don't wait. We have certified technicians available this week for our $99 safety tune-up special.
324-7884 Spokane Comfort Systems.
Save your greed!
All right, welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. 2 people, including a 9-year-old boy, were stabbed inside a Southern California Target store in what police are calling an unprovoked attack.
Yeah, that boy and a 25-year-old woman of Asian descent were shopping in the Los Angeles store when a 40-year-old man approached them, allegedly telling the boy repeatedly he was going to stab and kill him. Police say he then grabbed a knife from the kitchen section and attacked the boy, then attacked the woman when bystanders stepped in to help the child. A security guard shot the suspect in the stomach, killing him. Both victims are in the hospital. The boy listed in critical condition with a deep laceration to his left shoulder. The woman with a deep stab wound to her chest.
Students on the University of Virginia campus are still trying to find ways to process their grief following the shooting deaths of 3 members of the football team. A memorial there is growing by the minute with flowers and notes for Deshaun Perry, Devin Chandler, and Lavelle Davis Jr., all killed on Sunday night. Police say student and former football player Christopher Darnell Jones Jr. shot 5 people on a bus returning from a field trip to Washington, D.C., killing the 3 and injuring 2 other students. Jones was arrested after a 12-hour manhunt.
A troubling statistic from anti-sexual violence organization RAINN. Every 68 seconds, a person is sexually assaulted in America. To make matters worse, a new study by Dr. Samuel Dickman, a health policy researcher, reveals that those victims are left with thousands of dollars in unpaid medical bills as a result. Survivors of sexual assault often need emergency care for physical injuries, STI testing, emergency contraception, and acute mental health care, bills that the uninsured are often stuck paying. Dr. Dickman suggests the Violence Against Women Act should be expanded to include all medical care that victims need, and states should expand Medicaid.
Take away in 10 seconds for your weather. Not going to be nearly as sunny today. A little dreary out there. Could end up seeing a couple of snow flurries tonight as the system moves in. And because of that, we could have some very cold mornings coming up.
Well, the cost to keep your family warm is expected to be higher this winter than last. But if you're struggling to pay your energy bill, there is some help. You can set up an appointment with SNAP's Energy Assistance Program. Now, appointments did fill up quickly yesterday, showing the significance of this resource in our community. So now you'll have to wait until December 20th to sign up.
Just a big influx of people. It's getting cold. They need money to help heat their homes. You know, we have lots of people who live on limited incomes, and so it becomes pretty urgent to get that need filled.
And you have to be at 150% of the poverty level or less to be eligible. If you think you qualify and need help, you can visit KXLY.com for more information. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:13.
A community heartbroken and families shattered in the wake of the U of I murders. Coming up a little later on Good Morning Northwest, what the families of 2 of the students who were killed want you to know.
And he's running for president again right after the break. Why Donald Trump's announcement is being met with backlash.
Are you looking for a credit card with rewards? Well, we've made it simple. Get 1.5% unlimited cash back on purchases. So go on, reward yourself with the Premier Rewards MasterCard from P1 FCU.
For over 25 years, Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been your choice for the best in floor covering for your home or business. Let Fairway Floor's professional design staff help choose your favorite floor from major brands such as Shaw, Mohawk, Mannington, and Armstrong. From remodels to new construction, let Fairway Floor help you dream it, design it, live it. Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet, North Idaho's premier flooring store. Come in and see it for yourself.
This year, one of the fun new trends in flooring is to put it on your walls to create an exciting new look and turn a boring room into an eye-popping masterpiece.
Plus, check out our moisture-resistant laminates for any room in your home.
Get durable fire and theft protection for your home with American Security's UL burglary rated and ETL certified fire rated BFS Safe Series. ESL 10, our highest grade consumer electronic lock. Confidently store all your valuables with the most trusted name in the business, providing peace of mind by protecting people's most valuable possessions.
Available at Safe and Vault store in the Spokane Valley.
I'm Robin Nance from 4 News Now. An epidemic of violence is plaguing this country. Generations of Indigenous people missing, murdered. Who will finally bring justice to our Indigenous communities? Watch my special report Friday only on Good Morning Northwest.
The Christmas holiday season is upon us, and the Plant Farm is ready to put your home decorations on display. The Plant Farm Poinsettia is ready to bring home, making your lights twinkle brighter and decorations dazzle. The Plant Farm Poinsettia is the coziness that brings families together and the symbol of hope and giving for the holidays. The annual Plant Farm Poinsettia tours are November 11, 12, 18, and 19. Book your spot at plant-farm.com today.
Fred's Appliance Black Friday sale is going on now. Save on all major appliances.
Fred's Appliance has a limited supply of Samsung front-load laundry sets. On sale now for only $6.49 each.
Get out the toughest stains and enjoy wrinkle-free clothes with this steam set.
This Samsung laundry set is only $6.49 each. Save $500 on this washer and dryer that you won't find at the box stores.
Get exclusive deals and products at Fred's Black Friday sale.
Are you looking for a credit card with rewards? Well, we've made it simple. Take advantage of 0% APR on new purchases for 6 months. So go on, reward yourself with a Premier Rewards MasterCard from P1FCU.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness. Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. Former President Donald Trump made it official last night. He is launching his 2024 bid for the White House.
Trump made the announcement in Florida last night before hundreds of supporters. Destiny Richards is in studio with how his new campaign is already facing backlash.
While former President Trump gears up for a third run for the White House, he's facing several investigations, growing criticism from members of his own party, and several potential GOP challengers.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
The announcement comes under the cloud of a worse-than-expected show in the midterm elections by Trump-backed candidates, with some Republicans voices blaming Trump and shrugging off his bid for 2024. Republican Senator Mitt Romney did not mince words, calling Trump an albatross within the Republican Party. This third presidential run is widely considered a test of Republican loyalty and whether Trump's iron grasp on the GOP still holds strong, and multiple criminal and civil investigations, some of which his aides believe he may be shielded from given his run for the White House.
There are no special protections for the former president. It does, though, complicate the optics of those investigations.
For now, those investigations and Trump's 2024 run is moving forward. And during his speech, he mentioned the 2020 election, but stopped short of claiming the election was stolen. Instead, he went on to say he will bring back voting integrity and that he's confident he'll be back in the White House. Reporting in studio, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
All right, Destiny, thank you so much.
Here is your live look, checking out the skies over Spokane. Not looking too bad right now. I was concerned about that fog yesterday about this time. Things really socked in.
It was total pea soup here in downtown Spokane, right? I think the way things have been going so far this morning, it looks like it's just going to be more cloudy than foggy, but it's still going to be fairly misty out there. You can see some of that in the lights, particularly where we've been watching on the I-90 just at the Coeur d'Alene off-ramp. You have been seeing a little bit of reduced visibility there at times. So that is something that we're going to be watching around as well. I know there is some fog, for example, on the Palouse. So not everybody is going to be fog-free today. Temperatures in the low 20s, cloudy skies, even a couple of little flurries trying to get themselves going on the Rafter Prairie. We saw a little bit of that yesterday around the region. So clouds and fog, temperatures in the teens and 20s as we head through our mornings, we head out the door to work and to school. Things are, well, fairly similar over the past few days as we've been stuck in the freezer. We're not going to be going anywhere from that. In fact, the cold air going to get reinforced as we head into tonight. So So today, cloudy weather ahead of this little weather system that's going to help us stay cold, and we will end up in the low to mid 30s for this afternoon. Not nearly as much sunshine as we saw yesterday. Getting a little bit warmer in Coeur d'Alene, up to 37, 38 for Pullman, 39 in St. Mary's, 40s again in the LC Valley. Only the 20s for Winthrop in the Met-Howe Valley. Put our temperatures underneath the incoming moisture tonight, so I can kind of show you how the temperatures are going to change behind this. But we do have a chance for some snow. Not going to be a lot, probably just a dusting down in the lower elevations for places like Bonners Ferry, like Sandpoint. Maybe we even see a flurry or two around the I-90 corridor. That's about it. But you could see those pink colors, that cooler air trying to push its way across the mountains from Montana, from Canada. Here's that snow potential. It's not a lot. Certainly we could see a little dusting for this evening. Just something to keep in mind if you're out on the roads. Later tonight, as for our lows, they're actually going to be fairly warm because of the cloud cover. Certainly much warmer than the past couple of nights, but that's not factoring in the wind. Let's look at our wind chill because all that cool air trying to spill across the mountains. And look at this, single-digit wind chills of the Silver Valley, in Coeur d'Alene, and as you head further north. So lots of places in North Idaho are going to feel very cold. You've got to dress warmly in the next couple of mornings. It's wind chill Thursday morning, and it's bitter cold Friday morning, where we could see some single digits without any wind at all as we get up on a very clear and cold Friday. And it also looks like, by the way, as you look at Monday and Tuesday, like we're going to have some active weather, which likely means snow up at the passes at the very least for holiday travel.
Things are about to get pretty interesting.
That's right. It's going to be interesting. That's the word I like to say.
All right, Matt, thank you.
It is now 6:21. It's been a disappointing season for the Eastern football team. What a win for the Eagles would mean in their final game.
And in hoops, the WSU men and Gonzaga women both in action. We'll have highlights from a thrilling finish for the Zags in Wyoming after the break.
Download the 4 News Now app today. Old World Christmas has an early gift for you. Right now, their spectacular glass holiday collectibles are priced at below wholesale in their outlet store, 4005 East Main between Freya and Havana. Come celebrate the savings now at Old World Christmas.
I'm Robin Nance from 4 News Now. An epidemic of violence is plaguing this country. Generations of indigenous people missing, murdered. Who will finally bring justice to our indigenous communities? Watch my special report Friday only on Good Morning Northwest.
Get exactly what you want. Wendell Ford is ready to help you find that vehicle you've been wanting to buy. Built for you. F-150, Bronco, Bronco Sport, Explorer, Mach-E, and Maverick. Here's how it works. Make a list of options you want. Wendell will work with you on financing to fit your budget. And then we will order the vehicle of your dreams or select from current inventory. Get exactly what you want. Built for you. Wendell Ford at the Y. Drive for generations.
Here's the difference you'll find at Car Wash Plaza. We're the only car wash with options. Choose either the self-wand bay or our touchless system. Powerful spray nozzles deliver 800 PSI water jets. Our gantry system moves, covering your entire vehicle, the sides, the roof, and the undercarriage too. We constantly check the cleaning solutions to ensure your best wash. Car Wash Plaza. Give us a try. We think you'll agree. It's the best in the Northwest.
'Tis the season for a holiday shopping tradition. Custer's 46th annual Christmas Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Join us as 250 artisans from across the Northwest display and sell their fine art, handcraft, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this a must-see event. Single-day admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com. Get creative with your holiday shopping at Custer's Christmas Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, you'll find solutions from cozy to spacious. It's the Black Friday sale. For a limited time, you can save 30% on everything in the store. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Beautiful glass holiday ornaments made in the tradition of Old World artisans are now priced below wholesale at Old World Christmas, 4005 East Main, Sunday through Friday 11 to 3, Saturdays 10 to 4. Come celebrate the savings now at Old World Christmas.
Thanks for checking into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minensone. Eastern Washington football has spent the season struggling to get all the puzzle pieces to fit together. The Eagles have one last chance to actually make it work. The team is holding Senior Day against Northern Colorado this week. The Eagles have only won 2 games all year, and it's the reason why some of the seniors say they want to win this one by any means necessary. Not only would it be huge for the senior class, but it would also give the underclassmen some momentum heading into the offseason.
You know, there's a lot of emotion. I mean, obviously my last game, my Eastern career with this group of guys, and it's bittersweet, but all we care about is finding a way to get a win.
We've searched, we've scratched, we've had different lineups, different things, different variables, and once we get ahead in something, we maybe fall back in something else, and just playing. Make the game simple this Saturday. Play as fast as we can, as well as we can, as together as we can, and like we do every week, strive to be 1-0.
Eastern Washington starting quarterback Gunnar Talkington was in a walking boot during practice. Talkington still threw the ball around a little bit, so we will keep you updated on his status for the game. And kickoff between Eastern Washington and Northern Colorado is set for 1 o'clock Saturday from Roos Field. That'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
Kyle Smith and the Cougar men's basketball team trailed Prairie View A&M by 14 at halftime. Cougs trying to make a comeback. CV grad Dylan Darling helps them cut the deficit to 10, but the veteran Panthers were too much. Will Douglas poured in 26 as the Cougs lose their second straight, 70-59. The Gonzaga women were at Wyoming in a tough early season road game, tied at 64 in the final seconds when Yvonne Ejim puts the Zags back on top with 2 of her career-high 26. Wow. Last chance for the Cowgirls is going to be too strong. The Zags improved to 3-0 in the season with a gusty 66-64 win. Ooh, and Ejim has the looks of a star with the Zags here in the early part of the season. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:26.
As we go to a commercial break, here's your first look at what's coming up on GMA at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on the Idaho homicide mystery. Authorities now saying an edged weapon, such as a knife, was used in the crime, and they believe it was an isolated and targeted incident.
The conclusion was fairly straightforward, that this doesn't pertain to any other location or any other individuals in the city. And so within an hour, I believe they knew that and could say, okay, lift the shelter-in-place order and go about your business, but do the usual things to keep yourself safe.
Overnight, GMA speaking to Kayla Wynn, who saw all 4 victims just hours before their death, saying many students are leaving campus out of fear.
A lot of the students on campus, we all went home yesterday or today just because we don't really feel safe.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll be live from the scene with the very latest. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. 4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
It's a prime time Plinko party like you've never seen. Qualify in November and win a shot at Plinko cash at the Kootenai Casino in Bonners Ferry. And our Plinko party is just the beginning. Midweek room rates are just $109 for Kootenai Falls Lodge or $129 for a Riverview room. Both come with breakfast for 2. If you like parties and you like winning cash, book a getaway to the Kootenai Casino. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
It's time.
Time to set your eyes free. Free from limitations in your vision. Free from glasses and contacts. Free to see your best and be your best. It's time to smile. Smile is state-of-the-art laser vision correction, or LVC for short. Smile is easy on the eyes. It's bladeless, flapless, and effortless.
Contact Empire Eye Physicians today to learn more about Smile, the new alternative to LASIK.
Browning Pro Steel safes offer industry-leading storage solutions with fully adjustable shelving, high-capacity barrel racks, and patented door storage. Your adventure begins and ends with Browning Pro Steel safes.
Available at Safe and Vault Store in the Spokane Valley.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
All right, let's take a look at some of the top stories online this morning in the 4 News Now Story Tracker.
It has been all over social media. Some bad blood brewing between Taylor Swift fans and Ticketmaster following a fiasco with the pre-sale for the singer's new tour. Fans posted tweets and TikToks about the site crashing or freezing during purchase, or sometimes not loading at all. Ticketmaster denied the website was down, but said there has been unprecedented demand for tickets. Several pre-sales, including one for her nearest stop, Seattle, were moved hours later due to difficulties. Another, the Capital One pre-sale, moved from Tuesday to today. The Eras tour kicks off March 18th in Arizona.
The historic Artemis 1 mission took flight overnight, paving the way for NASA to return astronauts to the moon for the first time in 50 years. Following months of anticipation and several postponed launches, the agency's rocket lit its engines in the wee hours of the morning, streaking vibrantly across the night sky. Atop the rocket was the Orion spacecraft, which is set to orbit the moon and collect critical data along the way. That uncrewed capsule will complete its journey in about 25 days and will splash down in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of San Diego on December 11th, when recovery teams will be waiting nearby to haul it to safety. All right, Good Morning Northwest. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Wednesday, November 16th. Matt Gray is in for Mark Peterson this morning and has a look at that first alert forecast.
Oh, yeah, it is a chilly one again this morning, though our temperatures, at least in Spokane, have actually been warming just a little bit as we've gone for the past couple of hours, and that's because the clouds have closed in. Still, it is pretty chilly out there. Look at St. Mary's, 18 degrees as we're getting up this morning, and it's only 20 right now in Pullman. We've actually seen a little bit of warm up around the Palouse as well, as those clouds and fog have settled in over the region. It's not everywhere, but it is most places where we're waking up to cloudy skies this morning, and we are likely to see cloudy skies for the majority of the day. Not expecting a breakout into sunshine like we saw in many areas yesterday, and that's because we have a weather system that is on the way. We'll show you how that plays out and who could see some snow flurries tonight. That's coming up.
At the Breaking Now desk, they were smart, they were vigilant, and this all still happened. That's what the family of one of the victims, Kaylee Gunn-Caves, wrote, also on behalf of Maddie Mogen, who the family was close friends with. Take a look at your screen here. These are the 4 victims. Kaylee Gunn-Caves and Maddie Mogen were graduates of Lake City High School in Coeur d'Alene. The Gunn-Caves family calls Maddie Mogen their bonus child and their best friend of their daughter. They released a statement saying, in part, quote, "No one is in custody, and that means no one is safe." They go on to say, "To whomever is responsible, we will find you. We will never stop. The pain you have caused has fueled our hatred and sealed your fate. Justice will be served." Ethan Chapin was also one of the 4 students killed in that Moscow home on Sunday. Ethan's parents say he had stayed the night at his girlfriend's house, who was one of the 5 girls who lived in the home. She was also one of the victims. Ethan was a triplet, and his parents say his 2 siblings were the ones who called them with the tragic news.
These other 2 kids that are very impacted by this, and they need to be lifted up and cared for.
A vigil for the 4 students was set for today, but has since been moved to after Thanksgiving. A spokesperson for the university says many students have already left the campus, and they want as many students involved in the candlelight vigil as possible. Today, the students' autopsies will happen in Spokane County. 4 News Now will continue to follow this ongoing investigation and track any updates regarding this tragedy. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
A frightening 12-hour standoff at a Green Acres neighborhood ended with a man dead and a community upset.
A school was canceled at nearby Green Acres Elementary School.
Sheriff came and told us we should evacuate. We left.
As a parent, it's pretty, scary. Trying to keep the kids calm and not tell them what's going on.
The Spokane County Sheriff's Office released a timeline detailing what exactly happened and why one man is dead. Monday night at 11, neighbors heard gunshots and saw 2 bullet holes in their house. They called the police. A standoff began. At around 10:30 yesterday morning, the suspect shot down a drone that authorities deployed. He was seen holding a gun and wearing a gas mask. At 10:50, fire started on the second floor of the home. Then the suspect fired off multiple shots. At around 11 yesterday morning, he went to the garage apparently to get in a car to leave, but then decided to run toward the backyard. SWAT team members confronted him. Someone fired shots. Deputies provided medical aid, but the man was pronounced dead at the scene. WSP is now in charge of the investigation.
If you're traveling this Thanksgiving, brace yourself for crowds. 54.6 million people are expected to travel this holiday season, according to AAA. That is nearly as high as before the pandemic. Despite inflation and current economic challenges, demand for travel is still strong. AAA says reserve airport parking ahead of time if you can, build in time for long TSA lines, and avoid checking a bag if at all possible. Well, according to a new study, if you sleep in a bedroom exposed to artificial light from outside at night, you may have an increased risk of developing diabetes.
Healthy sleep could be important in preventing diabetes. The light pollution study involved nearly 100,000 adults in China. It found people who lived in areas with high light pollution at night were about 28% more likely to develop diabetes than people who lived in the least polluted areas. The author said ultimately more than 9 million cases of diabetes in adults in China may be because of outdoor light pollution at night. Some ways to reduce light in your room at night include positioning your bed away from windows, using light-blocking window shades or curtains, and if all else fails, try wearing a sleep mask.
All right. Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:36.
Let's check in with Matt Gray in for Mark Peterson this morning, and another morning in the teens.
Mornings in the teens, in the 20s, and it just never seems to end, does it?
How?
Well, still not going to end for a while.
You tease us.
I know, there's a little bit of a tease. And look, hey, a little bit of sun out there, some breaks in the clouds, but overall, a more cloudy day and more cold weather on the way. I'll take you through it coming up.
And Amazon getting into the healthcare business, what it's offering at new virtual clinics. Coming up next.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doc, I'm late for a meeting.
I'm thinking of starting my own practice.
Do it. Too much capital.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that.
We should knock that wall down and expand.
Do it. There's always another wall beyond the wall.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
She was looking so fine, thinking that's fine.
Where's the butler?
It's John Butler.
Hate being judged by your name? So do we. At Consign Furniture and Jewelry, we're not what you think. Our inventory is the best in the Northwest. Like this, and this, and this. Check out the most unique shopping experience in the universe.
For over 6 decades. First, as the Spokane Guild School. Now as Joya, we have been providing care that is second to none. Now, we have a building to match. Joya, every child is limitless.
Set your targets on winning cash at Chowila Casino. Earn entries now playing your favorite games with your Sun Club card. You can earn bonus entries Saturdays in November. Chowila Casino's Bucks Fever cash drawings are Saturday, November 26th. Starting at 6 p.m., you could win your share of $8,000 cash and Sun Club prizes. It pays to play at Chowila Casino. Learn more at ChowilaCasino.com.
Get all your shopping done in one stop at the Christmas Market. The Christmas Market features many local businesses all under one roof for a 2-day Christmas shopping experience. The Christmas Market at the Priest River Event Center this Friday and Saturday.
Dishman Dodge Ram Chrysler Jeep, we're making it a November to remember by offering great buys on our best-selling Ram trucks and Jeep lineup, with special markdowns on all pre-owned SUVs and four-wheel drives. But the best offer is with every vehicle sold, you'll get a free big screen TV with the purchase, making it the perfect time to visit our family-owned dealership at Dishman.
Dishman Dodge.
It is now 6:39. Millions of people suffer from anxiety. It's the most common mental health concern facing Americans. While medication and therapy can help, those options may not be right for everyone. Now, new research suggests there may be another option. Researchers studied more than 275 adults with untreated anxiety disorders. Half of the patients received a generic form of Lexapro. The other half were assigned an 8-week course in mindfulness stress reduction.
And found that they were roughly equivalent in effect, reducing anxiety symptoms by about 30%.
Georgetown University's director of research says meditation could potentially be prescribed instead of medication for some patients, but it does take time to make it effective. If someone is suffering from anxiety, they should talk to a primary care provider about options.
RSV has hit children hard across the country this fall. Now there's evidence older adults are catching the respiratory virus at a higher rate than normal as well. The CDC says about 6 out of every 100,000 seniors have been hospitalized with RSV. It's a much lower rate than in children, but for seniors, it's about 10 times higher than in the years before the COVID-19 pandemic. Adults at risk for the most severe outcomes are those 65 and older.
Well, we're starting to track a few changes in your weather. Not going to be as sunny today, and that's because we got a system that could give us a few flurries tonight. And then more cold air coming in Friday. Could be the coldest morning we've seen yet.
It seems like Amazon is everywhere these days, and now it's getting into the healthcare business. The company just launched a virtual clinic to treat common health conditions. Amazon Clinic will focus on affordable care for those who need treatment for conditions such as allergies, acne, and hair loss. The service links customers to licensed and qualified telehealth providers from Amazon's list. Patients will speak to doctors through a message-based portal where the doctor will send a treatment plan. If the customer needs prescriptions, the doctor will send them to the patient's choice of pharmacies. No word on how much the service will cost, and Amazon does not accept insurance. The clinic will be available in 32 states, but Amazon says it hopes to expand in the coming months. Good morning, Northwest. Time is just about 6:42.
All right, coming up, we are following some breaking news out of Poland, where 2 people were killed in a missile attack. Destiny Richards tells us where U.S. intelligence says that missile came from when Good Morning Northwest continues.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Lake Tahoe Creek Wine Cellars has been making award-winning wines since 1982. Come in and taste our newest releases. While here, find the perfect gift for your wine lover in our amazing gift shop. Lake Tahoe Creek Wine Cellars. Cheers.
For over 25 years, Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been your choice for the best in floor covering for your home or business. Dream it, design it, live it. Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet, North Idaho's premier flooring store.
What inspires you? Imagine the possibilities at Ferguson Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery. Bring your vision to us.
Shop online or schedule a one-on-one showroom appointment to discover stunning products from brands like Electrolux and the best selection of lighting at build.com/Ferguson.
Whitworth's Health Science program is expanding in a big way. And now's the time to make plans to advance your career by joining us in one of our emerging advanced degree programs. Our 38,000 square foot health science building will house simulation labs and classrooms that resemble actual clinical environments and allow for interprofessional collaboration. Everything you need to take the next steps in your career and help people live better lives. Learn more today.
This year, one of the fun new trends in flooring is to put it on your walls to create an exciting new look and turn a boring room into an eye-popping masterpiece.
Plus, check out our moisture-resistant laminates for any room in your home.
Let the countdown begin. Santa Claus is back for River Park Square's holiday kickoff Friday, November 18th at 6 p.m. Presented by STCU.
The family fun continues Saturday afternoon at the Merry and Magical Holiday Parade with a special appearance by jolly old St. Nick. Reserve a time for photos and discover all you need to plan an unforgettable season at riverparksquare.com.
Lake Tahoe Creek Wine Cellars has been making award-winning wines since 1982. Come in and taste our newest releases. While here, find the perfect gift for your wine lover in our amazing gift shop. Lake Tahoe Creek Wine Cellars.
Cheers.
4 News Now is brought to you by Multicare Health System.
It is 6:44. We're following some breaking news this morning. New details about a deadly missile blast in Poland.
On Tuesday, the explosion killed 2 people in a city just a few miles from Poland's border with Ukraine. Destiny Richards in studio now with why the blast was not the Russian attack officials initially thought it was.
In a new report this morning from the Associated Press, NATO officials are saying there's absolutely no indication that the missile was an intentional attack. It's now likely that Ukraine launched the Soviet-era projectile as it fended off a Russian air assault that savaged its power grid. Early reports suggested that the rocket was Russian-made, but it was not immediately known who fired it. President Joe Biden and other Western backers of Ukraine threw weight behind the investigation. The president said this when asked if that rocket may have been fired from Russia.
There is preliminary information that contests that. I don't want to say that till we completely investigate.
This morning, the Kremlin denounced the initial reactions of Poland and other countries, and in a rare praise for a U.S. leader, hailed Biden's response. The AP reports there was no immediate proof that Tuesday's blast was a deliberate hostile attack on NATO member Poland, and Russia denied any involvement. But Ukraine was under countrywide Russian bombardment by barrages of cruise missiles and exploding drones, which clouded the picture of what exactly happened in Poland and why. In studio, I'm Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
All right, Destiny, thank you so much for that. All right, take a look at this sunrise we've got here this morning.
Looks like a layer of something, a layer cake, or I don't know. We're talking about fast food, maybe it's a parfait, a burger. Cheese.
It looks like a Dairy Queen blizzard. That's what it looks like.
Yum.
Okay, maybe that's just me. Yeah, so a little bit of fog still out there, but not nearly the pea soup that we saw in some places yesterday. We still have a little bit of fog, though, around the Rafter Prairie. Mostly, though, it's actually some higher level clouds that are keeping us a little bit warmer than we were at this time yesterday. In fact, we've actually seen our temperatures rise the past couple of hours into the low 20s from the teens that we were at about 4 or 5 this morning. And so it is going to be a little bit of a smoother commute with some better visibility in most areas. But it's going to be a cloudy, dreary day. I'm not really expecting much sunshine to peak out as we head through the midday and into the afternoon. Temperatures will stay in the 20s for most of the day. As we head into the afternoon, we'll pop up into the 30s, likely just getting a little bit above freezing, but not by all that much. Now, there are some areas that will get a little bit warmer that have a better chance of breaking out into some sunshine. That is particularly south of the I-90 corridor. Lake Coeur d'Alene also keep us a little bit warmer in downtown Coeur d'Alene itself. Silver Valley up to the 37, 39 in St. Mary's, 38 in Pullman and in Ritzville. But you can see you head further north that it's all just a degree or 2 above that freezing mark. Cloud cover continues tonight, and that'll actually keep us a little bit warmer. Low only 22 in Spokane and 21 in Coeur d'Alene. But that does not count the wind, because there is going to be cold air trying to push its way across the mountains and into North Idaho and eastern Washington. And so look at these wind chill factors as we're getting up tomorrow morning. Single digits. Look at this. Kellogg feeling like 5. Coeur d'Alene feeling like 7, so it is going to be a nasty feeling morning tomorrow. So we still have to dress very warmly even with those milder temperatures. It's not just cold air, though. There is some moisture coming along for the ride. This is eventually going to sag to the south, this moisture up in Canada. It's going to sag to the south here tonight, and so after about 5, 6 o'clock, we'll have a chance for a little bit of snow in Bonners Ferry and Sandpoint. And as we head towards, say, 10, 11 o'clock, might even see a flurry or 2 around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene with some late night snow showers over the Palouse. Now, look, we're not expecting a whole heck of a lot out of this. We're talking about a dusting at most in places like Bonners Ferry, like Sandpoint, and just a little flurry elsewhere. So nothing major, but certainly something to keep an eye on as we head into tonight and tomorrow morning. And then look at those temperatures for the end of the week. 12 degrees we're calling for Friday morning. And then more showers as we head into Monday and Tuesday. Going to be a very busy travel week as far as weather goes.
So basically you're saying, get used to it. Quit your yapping, quit complaining.
If you're not used to it by now, I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, so it's going to be a while.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Matt, thanks.
All right. The Spokane Lilac Festival Association invites you to the 2nd annual Merry and Magical Holiday Parade in downtown Spokane this Saturday.
Yeah, come early and stay late for holiday activities at River Park Square and opening day of the New America Skate Ribbon at Riverfront Park. The parade starts at 2. It's now just about 10 minutes before 7. Your morning sprint's coming up next.
Thanks so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Wednesday morning. Another look outside at that sunrise. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Salvation Army of Spokane Red Kettle Christmas Campaign.
Coeur d'Alene Wigs not only has a large selection of new and updated styles, we offer refurbishing and repairs on your current wig. Let Jennifer and Sandy at Coeur d'Alene Wigs help you have that great hair day every day. Appointments recommended.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
There are a lot of ways to deal with a stubborn drain. Call us at Mainstream Plumbing. Our high-definition LED camera can go where no plumber's gone before, deep inside your sewer lines to find the root of the problem. Call 866-411-ZAP.
Find your happy places in wide open spaces. Yes, R&R RV Center has an RV for you. Sunset Trail travel trailers, Cruiser Air fifth wheels, all-wheel drive camper vans, and of course, Montana, the #1 selling fifth wheel. Every RV at R&R RV is prepped and ready for immediate delivery. Plus, the new 2023 models are arriving. Visit R&R RV today in Liberty Lake, North Spokane, and Lewiston, or online at rnrrv.com.
Christmas Tree Elegance is Spokane's premier holiday attraction. Just $1 for a chance to win a tree with gifts worth up to $5,000. Visit River Park Square and the historic Davenport Hotel for a chance to make your holiday wishes come true.
With holidays right around the corner, Ironstone Furniture and Fire is offering discounts on all in-stock dining sets, along with simplicity, indulgence, and endless possibilities. So, when you're looking for dining at its best, visit Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene Wigs not only has a large selection of new and updated styles, we offer refurbishing and repairs on your current wig. Let Jennifer and Sandy at Coeur d'Alene Wigs help you have that great hair day every day. Appointments recommended.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Just about 6:53. Let's get you up to speed with everything you need to know on your Wednesday here in the morning sprint.
Destiny Richards is in studio with new details about a deadly missile blast in Poland.
And Matt Gray is here telling us about some cold and some possible flurries.
Yeah, but we received an update from the Latah County Coroner about the deaths of 4 U of I students.
Let's get right to Sydney Charles with the latest.
Derek, the Latah County coroner says it was one of the most tragic scenes she's seen in 16 years. She also says the murder weapon was most likely a knife, and the students' autopsies will happen today in Spokane County. Moscow police are still looking for the killer and the murder weapon. In their latest statement, the Moscow police says, quote, "At this time, we have shared every piece of information that we can without compromising the ongoing investigation." Captain Anthony Dollinger reiterated in a 4 News Now interview that there is no threat to the community. The Salt Lake City FBI is now coming in to help Moscow police with this quadruple homicide investigation.
Ethan Chapman was one of the 4 students killed in that Moscow home on Sunday. He was a triplet. His parents say his 2 siblings were the ones who called them with the tragic news. Ethan's parents say he had stayed the night at his girlfriend's house. She was one of the 5 girls who lived in the home. She was also one of the victims. You can follow along as we continue to learn more about the circumstances surrounding this tragedy by going to KXLY.com.
And it is another cold start this morning. Not quite necessarily as chilly as it has been the last couple of mornings. It's because we've warmed up in the last couple of hours. Overall, though, still a pretty cold start for November. We'll be up into the mid-30s. Don't expect as much sunshine as we go through today. And some of us could see a few flurries after 8 o'clock tonight.
New this morning, an earthquake reported about 29 miles from Missoula. It happened at 5:37 this morning, and according to earthquake.usgs.gov, it had a magnitude of 3.7.
A federal judge has blocked Title 42, a controversial rule that has allowed U.S. authorities to expel more than 1 million migrants who cross the U.S.-Mexico border. This leaves the Biden administration with one of the key tools it put in place to address the thousands of migrants arriving at the border on a daily basis and could restore access to asylum for arriving migrants.
And it was a deadly standoff yesterday. School had to be canceled at Green Acres Elementary due to that standoff at in a Green Acres neighborhood. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office released a timeline detailing exactly what happened and why one man is now dead. Monday night at 11, neighbors heard gunshots, saw 2 bullet holes in their house. They called the police. Standoff began about 10:30 yesterday morning. The suspect shot a drone that authorities deployed. He was seen holding a gun, wearing a gas mask. At 10:50, fire started on the 2nd floor of the home. The man inside tried to put it out and then fired multiple shots. Around 11 yesterday morning, he went to the garage apparently to get in a car to leave, but then decided to run toward the backyard. SWAT team members confronted him. Someone fired shots. Deputies provided medical aid. That man was pronounced dead at the scene.
Drivers using I-90 near state line should expect delays today. Crews from the Idaho Transportation Department will close the right lane of eastbound I-90 just west of Spokane Bridge Road to make repairs. Once work is done on that right lane, crews will then move over to the left lane. The Spokane Bridge Road on-ramp to eastbound I-90 will also be closed during the project. The work is scheduled to begin about a half hour from now at 7:30 and then last until 4:30.
New details this morning about the deadly missile blast that killed 2 people in Poland yesterday. In a new report this morning from the Associated Press, NATO officials are saying there's absolutely no indication that the missile was an intentional attack. It's not likely that Ukraine launched the Soviet-era projectile as it fended off a Russian air assault that savaged its power grid. Early reports suggested that the rocket was Russian-made, but it was not immediately known who fired it. The AP reports there was no immediate proof that Tuesday's blast was deliberate. Ukraine was under countrywide Russian bombardment, which clouded the picture of what exactly happened in Poland and why.
Well, prices are still on the rise, but that rise is slowing down. The latest look in October's Producer Price Index shows it's up 8% compared to a year ago, but it's been on the way down now for 4 straight months.
And with that number lower, stocks jumped in Tuesday trading. The S&P hit the closing bell up nearly 1%. NASDAQ closed up 1.4%, and the Dow finished 0.2% higher.
If you're traveling this Thanksgiving, brace yourself for crowds. 54.6 million people are expected to travel this holiday season, according to AAA. That's nearly as high as before the pandemic. Despite inflation and current economic challenges, demand for travel is still strong. AAA says reserve airport parking ahead of time if you can, build in time for those long TSA lines, and avoid checking a bag if possible. Coverage on preparing for the holiday travel crush will continue on GMA.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
What I want people to know about Numerica's involvement is that it's genuine.
I work at a company that supports the community because we're a part of it.
It's important to give back to the community you live in. We are truly here to help, and we're passionate about it.
Good morning.
Rise and shine.
Watch Daytime's #1 duo weekdays at 9 a.m.
Looking live at a sunrise over Spokane. It is a little cloudy, but hey, enough to get a little bit of sunlight shining through the gap there in the clouds. It is going to be a cloudier day, and it'll be a little bit chillier than what we saw yesterday afternoon. As we head into tonight, look for a little bit of snow in the region, and then, oh boy, here we go. Cold weather back for the end of the week, and more snow chances as we head into Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, those overnight lows in the teens and all the way down to 12 looks awfully ominous.
Yeah, sure does. We will see you back here for updates throughout the morning. First, though, Good Morning America, starting right now.